How lovely to see everyone. And Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, members of the House of Keys, captains of Parish, ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful to see you all here this afternoon on what has turned out to be a wonderful St. Andrew's Day afternoon. Well done, St. Andrew. I was going to wear my saltire cross, but nowadays I start telling people things that it shouldn't tell, so I don't. But it's a good Scottish day today. I would like to start just by welcoming you all to Government House and to the ceremony today to swear in Paul Costain as the new captain of the parish of Rushen. Before we begin the formal part of the ceremony, and for those who've never attended a ceremony like this, which I imagine probably is most, I thought that I'd give you a little bit of background in terms of the origins of this very special appointment, because it is very special. It's an ancient and uniquely Manx office, that of captain of the parish, and it was first recorded in 1626, and it was written down that it provides the captain of the parish provide the defensive system of watch and ward, which originated from Norse times in order to maintain a ceaseless vigilance to prevent invasion of the island. So formerly, the captain of the parish was head of the militia within the parish. These days, you may be glad to hear, the captain of the parish post is more ceremonial and a titular honour in recognition the senior resident of the parish. There are, of course, certain days, formal occasions when, such as royal visits, Tynwald Day, swearing in of the Lieutenant Governor, the new Lieutenant Governor, when the attendance of the captains of the parish is expected. Now, whilst traditionally and in the past, the post has tended to be thought as a lifetime post, there have precedents has been set, and there have been instances where captains have retired. And this is very much the case in terms of today, where Mrs. Stan Clukers has decided to retire. And I think at this point I would just like to recognise Stan for his 25 years of service since 1998 as a captain. 25 years, if he was in the army, he would get a long service and good conduct medal. We were happy about the long service. But really, truly, for your fantastic service and commitment, not only to the parish, but also to the island as well. So this ceremony will be a little bit different to other ones, and I think quite special, because after Paul swears the oath of allegiance, I will ask Stan to present the badge of office to Paul as his successor. And I think in many ways that's a nice way to reflect the continuity of this appointment. The fact it's been going on for years and years, and it's an ancient appointment, and it's just been passed from one to another. It'd be probably broken with all kinds of rules and regulations, but it doesn't matter. The running order. So the running order is, once I have completed my introduction, Hilary, my Chief of Staff, will read the oath which is administered to the captain of the parish. Paul will then read the oath of allegiance. I will then read the warrant and then present the warrant to Paul. And I should highlight at this stage, the warrant is written in quite old English, so you've really got to listen to make sure you follow it all. And I will try and read it in a way that is understandable. It has no commas, very few full stops, and uses some quite ancient language. I will then ask Paul to sign the Liber Juramentorum under the watchful eye of Stephen Robertson from the General Registry. And at that point, we're almost through it. I will say a few more words, and then Paul gets the opportunity to, I was going to say sing a few words, say a few words. I always think the emphasis is on a few. And then there's an opportunity for photographs, and more importantly, tea and cake. So I think at that stage, we'll go straight on to...
You shall well and truly execute the office of Captain of the Parish of Rushen, according to the tenor of your commission, in that behalf, and to such instructions as may be given to you from time to time by His Majesty, His Majesty's Governor, or Lieutenant Governor, or other superior officers, for the good government of this isle and the due execution of the laws thereof. So help you God.
I, Paul Edward Costain, do swear by Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty, King Charles III, his heirs, and his successors. So help God.
Right. So this is the warrant, and I'm now going to read the key paragraph, the wording of the warrant. By virtue of the power and authority in me vested by His Majesty, and out of the confidence I have in the courage, conduct, and fidelity of you, the said Paul Edward Costain, I have nominated, authorised, and appointed, and by these presents do nominate, authorise, and appoint you, the said Paul Edward Costain, to be captain of the militia of and belonging to the parish of Rushen, in the place of Stanley Ditchfield Clucas, thereby giving and granting to you full power and authority to train up and exercise the said militia in the best manner for the defence of the said isle on any emergency or in any time of danger. And I do hereby empower, authorise, and strictly require you to quell and suppress all riots, apprehend and secure all rioters, and generally, to the utmost of your ability, to preserve the King's peace within the said parish. And at all times, when necessity requires, to be aiding and assisting in having due obedience paid to all judgments, sentences, orders and decrees of all the civil magistrates of the said isle, for carrying the laws thereof into execution, and for the due administration of justice throughout the same. Hereby requiring and strictly ordering all your inferior officers and all others, His Majesty's subjects within the said parish, to be aiding and assisting to you in the several matters aforesaid, and to yield due obedience to all your lawful commands in and about the same. And you are also to observe and perform all such orders, directions and instructions as you shall from time to time receive from His Majesty or His Majesty's Lieutenant Governor of the said isle for the time being, and other superior officers empowered in that behalf. This commission to continue during pleasure, given under my hand the 30th day of November in the year 2023. Signed, John Lorimer, Lieutenant Governor and Captain General of the Isle of Man. Paul, it gives me great pleasure to formally hand you your warrant. I'm going to ask Stephen to come up and for you to formally do the paperwork. Oh, yeah, sorry. That's right. No? As if by magic. Stan, sorry. Come on and do your bit.
It's with great pleasure I present this badge of office to Paul to continue in the parish of Rushen.
You're right, man. Stan, if you just turn around and you can see them.
Don't worry.
Sorry.
Smile.
Right.
Very much.
Paul, on behalf of everyone here, your family and your friends, and I would say everyone from the parish and more widely, I'm delighted to be able to congratulate you on your appointment as captain of the parish of Rushen. Now, I believe this appointment requires many qualities and personal attributes, but I will emphasise, I think, some of them. Clearly a broad knowledge of the parish, regular community engagement, enthusiasm, energy, presence, effective public speaking. But I think critically, it requires the holder to have the respect of the community that as captain he represents and leads. And I think without doubt, Paul, you have that in spades. And I know that everyone here is absolutely thrilled. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Costain.
Your Excellency, Lady Lorimer, Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, members of the House of Keys, captains of the parish, honoured guests and dignitaries. Of course, I'm absolutely delighted to be the next captain of the parish of Rushen. I'm a very proud Manxman. I'm a very proud farmer. I'm proud of my friends, my farming friends, and colleagues. We're all proud to be custodians of the Manx countryside, along with the captains who are custodians of the parish and their traditions. Today I did have a dream last night that actually I'd invited all of the farming community, and like any afternoon tea at the farmhouse, the back door is strewn with Wellingtons, and I visualised a stream of Wellingtons going down the driveway. Fortunately, I woke up and it wasn't true. Usually it's first out, best dressed. And as the cattle wagon driver, Skipper Rooney, always says, it's no use looking poor and being poor. So we've all dressed up, especially for the occasion. it gives me, I'd like to pay my own personal thanks to Mr. Stanley Clucas and his lovely wife Pam for cherishing the parish, devoting his life to the parish, and His Excellency's just said 25 years of devotion to the captaincy. I'm delighted you're still here. You're there if I need advice and help. So thank you, Stan. Cronkney Relay is the highest point of Rushen Parish. It's also the highest point of which I farm. As you know, there's two translations. It's Cronkney Relay is the hill of the day watch, or the hill of the rising sun. So I'm very proud to farm that, along with Serby Mountain and Slock. And it's all tied up with the watch and the ward. My only concern will be, as winter sets in, how cold is it going to be for Sally Ann on the top of the Cronkney Relay? So having to spend the whole day there and then come home and cook my supper, it's going to be difficult, but I'm sure you'll manage it quite easily. Also, as was pointed out, I have a right to raise a militia. Of course, everybody in this room, you're all first on my list. And of course, without forgetting, we actually have 4 world champions in the room. So I'll leave it between you all just to work out who they are and what it's for. It's like any attentive audience. It's a fine line between attentiveness and enjoyable and what am I trying to say? Hostage situation. So rather than turn it into a hostage situation, I would just like to thank His Excellency Lady Lorimer for their very kind hospitality and allowing us all here this afternoon. The team at Government House for organising this, thank you so much. Mr. Robertson as well, thank you for your time, sir. And a toast in Manx. Schlock slent the she as eisteve as madras on the bray, which is health, wealth, and many a long day of happiness.
Wonderful, and we'll now go out while Sally Ann debriefs Paul. and equilibrium is restored to the house. Ladies and gentlemen, the doors have now opened behind you. There's tea, coffee, and something to eat. And it's just, once again, wonderful to see you all here. Thank you for coming, and thank you for supporting Paul and Sally Ann.